Hey beautiful people, this video is about what does good strategy execution require? And you could also, if you're listening to this, say what does good project execution actually require? We're going to unpack exactly what that looks like and how executional intelligence enables it. I've done another video on what is executional intelligence that might be useful for you as a precursor to watching this one. So when we think about strategy execution and we think about how we make projects and how we make strategies come into reality, we've got to look at the difference between what separates brilliant ideas from executed impact. So after years in the industry, my belief now is that great ideas are 10 a penny. Everybody's got a great idea, but your ability to actually be able to deliver on the idea and execute on the idea and execute consistently and sustainably on the idea is really the difference between what makes a successful organization versus a failure. If your strategy is solid, but your results are lagging, there is a missing layer that I think as you understand it, it'll really help you. Most orgs don't need more strategy. They have strategy in binders sitting all around their organization. What they need is they need better execution. And also I'm going to talk to you about what actually makes execution successful. Good strategy execution is built, it's not hoped for. Execution isn't something that just happens, although sometimes we treat it like it is. It's something that we design conversation by conversation and commitment by commitment. And the reason that I say that is many times when we are looking to design our execution, our minds immediately go to, I need a project plan. And absolutely you do need a project plan. But if you have a project plan for a motley crew of humans who are trying to do their best, you are probably going to fail. And the reason why I say that, and the reason why I say that with so much emphasis, is I have been party to many, many projects over my career. And what I've seen is, even with the best planning, what we're doing is we are relying on project managers to pull together what in many instances can be effectively a Frankenstein monster of capabilities and of intentions and of misalignments and of understanding of value and understanding of success. And somehow or other the PMO and the TPMs or the PMs are supposed to massage all of that into something truly brilliant. That is an impossible task for any human being or any groups of human beings. So we're going to talk about the 5 requirements for good strategy execution. The first one is clarity, and that sounds pretty simple and pretty obvious, but many times what happens is the clarity lives at the top, and as the project proceeds to deliver or the execution proceeds to deliver on the strategy, that gets eroded and dissipated and translated and reinterpreted many, many times. Teams need to co-create clear conditions of satisfaction, answering the question, what does done well really look like, or what does done excellently really look like? And that needs to live not as a single wonderful exciting tagline for a project or for a strategy, but it needs to live in the day-to-day for every single human being working on the project. And one of the ways to do that is to build what I refer to as the executional intelligence, and to help people actually understand how to partake of that clarity in a way that makes sense to them and is contextually relevant for them. Clean negotiation. So one of the things that we consistently do as employees in organizations, we come to work and we have a boss, and we have this notion that we should never be saying no to our boss, that if we say no, we are going to deep six our career. If we say no, we are going to fall out of grace with the boss. If we say no, we are not going to get promoted. If we say no, we are going to not deliver for our colleagues. If we create a culture where no is something that is forbidden in essence, we're also creating a culture where yes is something that doesn't mean anything. So as we start understanding the importance of clean negotiation, our ability to be able to manage our own time, manage our own commitments, be able to contribute and commit where and when we see fit, and to be able to do that in the understanding of the greater context and the goals of the team or the org or your boss. What we do is we set ourselves up to be able to negotiate, to be able to say, I can't do it now, but I can do it next week. I can't do exactly what you're asking for, but I can offer to do this. And we create an environment where people are actually allowed to do what human beings are phenomenally good at, which is to be agile, to be able to negotiate with each other, and to be able to deliver value for each other in a meaningful way. Clean negotiation is an absolute cornerstone of being able to build executional intelligence and to build visible executional intelligence. Because many times what you find is an organization or a project or a strategy execution is moving along really successfully, but there are, of the 1,000 tasks that we are supposed to be doing as a team, 500 of those are actually not real commitments. Nobody has said no. They've all felt they had to say yes. And so there are 500 tasks that are not going to get delivered on time, that are a little bit squirrely, that really we're not going to be able to deliver on, that certain individuals have already given up on, that we're all putting a brave face on and pretending it's going to happen. That level of lack of clean negotiation erodes trust and also erodes budget, time, and potential success for the project. Explicit completion sounds like something incredibly simple, but it's actually hugely valuable once you start instituting it as part of your executional intelligence. I've worked on many IT projects with many IT teams, and I've led IT teams, and I've been a CIO and all that good stuff. But what I've seen is that once we're done with something, we're so programmed to focus on the doing that once we're done with something, we're done. It's out of our mind. We've forgotten about it. We rarely go back and actually close out the loop with the customer and see whether or not the customer is satisfied. And if we do it, we sometimes do it through just a survey. I just press a button and the survey goes out. I'm not doing any listening to how it was I coordinated with the customer, how I delivered value, what success meant for them, and how I delivered on that for them. And so we're missing opportunities to up-level ourselves on a constant basis. We're missing opportunities to build trust. We're missing opportunities to be able to deeply listen, understand more of the value and context, more of the understanding of value and the context in the business. And so explicit completion really is a powerful tool for helping us be able to learn, for helping us to be able to build more context, to be able to see how we really are delivering value, and if there's a misalignment between our understanding of value. At a micro level, it also allows more junior people and individual contributors to really be able to align themselves with their boss in terms of what they see value is. As a mid-level person, it allows you to be able to understand value at the more senior levels. And as a senior person, it allows you to be able to make sure the value being delivered is aligning with your strategy. Productive recovery is a really important part of executional intelligence, because if we acknowledge that mistakes happen and we recognize that they're happening constantly, whether we acknowledge them or not, we also allow ourselves to be able to recover from them. So we're looking at our recovery cycle for mistakes and the cycle time as reducing over the duration of a project. When you get a bunch of new people working on a project, they're working with each other for the first time. They're maybe not very good at having what many people refer to as difficult conversations. We want to make those conversations as easy as possible and as part of the accepted practice of a project group, where breakdowns happen and where we have mistakes made and where we're able to turn those around really quickly without blame, shame, finger pointing. If we learn how to do that, we learn how to preserve trust. We also learn how to grow trust, and we also learn how to be able to coordinate much more quickly and effectively with each other. Mistakes are a natural part of being human. Breakdowns are a natural part of human coordination. The faster and smarter we can get about those, the more they become an integral part of a project and we work over them together very effectively. Trust and capacity awareness is the fifth one. High trust teams really communicate transparently without a lot of constraints. They are not having difficult conversations. They're having conversations that they consider to be easy, that another team would consider to be incredibly difficult. Part of the value of being able to have those conversations as highly functional adults within a project team or within an organization is that we increase our bandwidth, and we also manage our deadlines more effectively, and we get rid of the breakdowns and the blockers, and we recover from the mistakes much more effectively and quickly. This enables us to be able to do what I refer to as realistic delivery. We have a shared understanding of what's going to happen, when we're going to be able to deliver it, on the value we're going to be able to deliver. So executional intelligence really makes all of this realizable and reliable over time, because it gives teams the language of coordination. It gives them the capacity to manage and to be able to negotiate and design real commitments and real promises. It gives them a level of personal accountability in an environment where accountability doesn't put you on the firing line. And it also allows them to build confidence in their ability to be able to repair trust and not hide failures or mistakes. It's something that we can use. Our understanding of executional intelligence is something that we can use not just to make these 5 requirements aspirational, but to actually make them operational. So clarity, clean negotiation, explicit completion, productive recovery, and trust and capacity awareness. I have a white paper on this which I think will help you if this interests you and you're looking to build executional intelligence and you understand the importance of it. It's called Execution by Design as opposed to Execution by Accident, and it is available on my website www.jenniferkenny.com/execution. You can also find it under the free resources on the website. Download it, have a look at it, let me know what you think, and let me know whether or not you're going to embark on the journey of learning about executional intelligence as something that can truly help you in your work, both in terms of getting yourself promoted, in terms of your projects being successful, in terms of enjoying your work more. As you embark on this, let me know how it goes. I wish you the very best of luck. Take care.